welcome to the next Assorted Crackers. I'm Eric, and I'm here with Lee, and I'm here with Wilson, and it's time for the next cocktail quickie. All right, I will bring it forward today. And the challenge from a reader, and let's be honest, or listener, and let's be honest, it was our producer, Bill. I think he listens every now and then, doesn't he?
I think so.
I mean, I've heard that.
So he threw the suggestion out, hey, you know, we do a lot of great cocktails. It's almost all been bourbon. Can we come up with maybe a low ABV, that's alcohol by volume, a low ABV cocktail that the listeners might enjoy?
What does that mean? It's weak?
I think it just means it lasts longer. It's maybe it's the kind of cocktail you can enjoy at 8 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. I don't know.
Well, it depends on who's drinking it, whether how long it's going to last.
Yes.
Is this something that you would have for a specific event, or is it? I mean, is it a time of day?
I think let's talk about the drink, and then I think that's a good question because I think like for a lot of people that may be a starter drink before you have your meal. Like if you're having cocktails before dinner, it's your aperitif. Did I pronounce that right? So that's one thing you can do with a low ABV.
I think we call that an appetizer.
That's true. So today we are enjoying something called the bamboo.
All right.
And this one's pretty easy. This one's pretty easy to make. And as I'm talking through it, Bill literally is shaking it up. So it's 1.5 ounces of dry sherry, and we're going with Oloroso, which I understand is on the high end of the dry, because dry is like chalk juice. We don't want too dry. So 1.5 ounces of dry sherry, 1.5 ounces of vermouth Blanco. So again, a little more up the ladder, but not sweet. And then 3/4 ounces of brown sugar syrup. Can't wait to try that. It's homemade by producer Bill. And then a dash of Angostura and orange bitters.
All right.
So low ABV. You ready? Listen up. We'll just pause for effect.
Sometimes you got to shake it up.
Dun, dun. So
the cars, shake it up.
So what do we know about the bamboo? First of all, where would
control himself?
Shake it up.
Go ahead, just go, just riff.
Yeah, but I can't sing as good as you, Eric.
But practice makes perfect, Wilson. It's all about the soul and the passion. You got plenty of that. All right, guys, where would you think a drink called the bamboo would come from? What would its country of origin be if you had to guess?
Japan.
You are right, Lee. Did you do research?
No, I just have a fear of bamboo.
And why is that?
I mean, I have bamboo stories. And my bamboo stories are go from when I'm a child. My next door neighbor had a bamboo, and man, I swear I think it would come up underneath the house and all across the yard.
It's unstoppable.
You can't stop. I mean,
once it's going, you can't
It's
stop.
like a weed. It's like kudzu, isn't it?
Kudzu and bamboo, I think, are very similar when it comes to that. I don't know. What
Okay.
Well, let me tell you about the bamboo, which did origin from Japan. While you're enjoying this drink, this looks like something Mr. Furley would drink at the Regal Beagle. Remember Three's Company?
Yes.
That's what this looks like to me. All right, so it was created by a guy named in the 1890s by a guy named Louis Eppinger at the Grand Hotel in Yokohama, Japan.
That does not sound like a Japanese name.
I'm sure it was probably some American venture capitalist,
expat.
trying to do his thing. But he was known he's famous for kind of turning the Grand Hotel in Yokohama around, mostly by his creative, unique drinks. And so the bamboo was one that he created there. In a book by David Wondrich called Imbibe, which I have to admit, it's imbibe with an exclamation point. And I was reading it as imbecile. I was like, who would write a cocktail book called Imbecile? Anyway, the drink somehow made its way from Japan to the United States and has sometimes been known as the Boston Bamboo. So there you go. Low ABV bamboo all the way from Japan. What do you think?
You know what? It's kind of a little coffee taste.
Okay. Coffee taste without the coffee.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine. It's not my...
It's,
you know...
Fine, maybe pushing it.
It's not something I'm going to... I mean, Bill made that so easy.
He did.
But he's effortless. He's
He's a talented guy.
Yeah. He's the bartender.
I would not do that.
Hey.
I will say when I saw the recipe and saw the dry vermouth and the dry sherry, thinking this was going to be really bad. So I had a low bar, and this is better than that. So there you go.
If this is a palate cleanser,
We're covering all the spectrums.
If this is a palate cleanser, it definitely does it. I mean, I think you want when you have coffee and you have other things like that. I think that definitely is a way to cleanse your palate before you get ready to taste food or hey, bourbon or whatever. I think you really want to do that. I mean, there are people that sniff coffee in between tastings so that they can cleanse their palate. A little coffee and a little water.
You just
to prepare so you're ready for the next taste.
That's interesting. Well, yeah, that's what this is for. This is, again, one of those pre-dinner drinks as you're, sitting around getting ready to enjoy a nice meal and then getting your full-on cocktail. We got to do the thing, right? What are we going to talk about? And again, since Bill picked the cocktail, we also said, Bill, what's the topic? And I kind of like this one. Awkward first dates. We're going to take you back to, in your case, Lee, 7th grade. In my case, freshman year of college.
Oh, please. Please.
No kidding. So I know that you've got, we've all got that awkward first date story. Who is going first on this one? That silence.
Crickets.
That silence.
How long do
means,
we have?
That silence usually means me.
Well, no, I can
hope
go
there's some
first.
crickets that come out in the episode.
If you want to go first, go first. If not, I can go.
Go ahead, Wilson.
Okay, so I'm going to take you back to probably, I don't know how old I was, probably 13 maybe.
Playa.
I don't know. I couldn't drive.
Okay,
so.
Had to be 13 then.
I don't know. Maybe it was 4. I don't know. I had no idea what I was doing. But my dad, we went to pick up my date, Ashley. And so anyway, Dad and I are conversing on the way to get her. And, as you talk to your dad, you nervous, and all that. And I'm like, no, Dad, I got this. It's fine. And then so I go up to the door, pick her up, walk to the car.
Did you meet the dad?
No, if I did, I don't really. That wasn't the awkward part.
That didn't stand out in the story. Okay,
that wasn't the awkward part.
All right.
The awkward part was when we walked to the car, I opened the back door, put her in the car, and then I get in the front seat.
Yes. Yes.
Driving Miss Daisy.
So my dad looks at me like, really? You're doing this? It doesn't say a word. So we're riding to the movie theater. It's, first we didn't go to dinner. We didn't do,
You're just going to a movie.
We're just going to a movie. I think we're meeting another group or whatever. So, so we get to the movie theater. We get out. I get out, open her door, thinking I'm being a gentleman. And then.
But really being a moron.
So anyway, we're starting to walk to the, the ticket booth to get our tickets, and Dad honks. And so he gives me one of these, tells me to come back. I open the door and he goes, son, don't ever do that again.
That was a coaching moment.
That's perfectly
That was a coaching moment.
You should have. You sit in the back seat with your date. You do not.
Right.
Just don't ever do that again.
That's pretty good.
And
I think he was probably thinking to himself, man, I should have gone over a pregame plan. I mean, golly, I had no idea. He didn't know what offense was.
So then the next thing I know, church on Sunday, Wilson, what did you do? Well, I put Ashley in the back seat, and
because everybody knows by now, because your dad's talking.
Well, no, I think all the girls, after our date,
Oh, wow.
because there weren't texts back then, and so I'm sure the phone chain started.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was
the phone with a cord.
Yes, the phone with the cord that Hopefully it wasn't busy when you called.
That's amazing. And so that became your telltale sign, the guy who threw his date in the back seat and hopped up in the shotgun.
Yeah, so that was, but Ashley and I, ended up being very good friends through high school and stuff. So, but
that's awesome.
It would still come up every now and then. So
somehow, I also love the fact that your first date that you remember involved your father driving. There's something to that. There's something to that. I love it.
And then I got another lecture after we dropped her off because, I did after the movie sat in the back seat with her. Yeah. But then it was like, we need to have a little coaching session, So anyway.
It's about time, Dad. Where were you earlier? Thanks for nothing.
That's right. But, you have to learn from your mistakes, right?
Yeah, that's why we get out and try.
But, yeah, that was a little awkward.
So do you remember what movie you watched?
I do not, because
Okay.
I think I was
Let's see.
all I could think about through the
13 or
movie was
14 Ghostbusters.
That'd be a good guess.
that's probably I
Bird
don't
on
remember,
a Wire, Mel Gibson.
but it was
That's a rated R, wasn't
I was probably thinking about my screw up throughout the movie, so that's why I don't remember. But
Yeah.
there you go.
So that did. I mentioned Bird on a Wire. The first real date I went on, that was the movie we watched, but so much awkwardness. And the only thing more awkward than a blind date is a blind double date. That was my situation with a young lady named Linda Cooper.
Man, I love last names, Eric. Man.
Well, here's
Linda,
the thing.
are you a listener? Not yet, but you might
We'll
be.
find you. So Linda had a twin sister, Brenda. Linda and Brenda Cooper. Brenda and my
It sounds like the Double Mint Twins.
so Brenda and my good friend Chris Hill. His nickname was Slab. I'll get to that later.
Oh my gosh.
Brenda and Chris were dating seriously for, at the time we were probably sophomores in high school. So they'd been together a month or two, which meant they were into one another. And so they kind of connected me with Linda and we're like, let's go on a date. And so we went to the mall and walked around, and then we drove across the Twin Spans into New Orleans East and had an amazing meal at Jade East. I mean, details matter. This was one of the best Chinese restaurants around.
Oh, good. Chinese.
But you got to understand, Chris and Brenda had been together a while. I'm driving in the front seat with Linda. They're in the back seat making out like
Whoa, first names and last names, and now they're making out in the back seat.
It was so awkward.
This is awesome.
It was so this, I'm shy. I'm nervous. I'm not quite sure, what moves to make. Linda was perfectly nice. She was sweet and cute, but there we are. And meanwhile, in the back seat, these guys are like going at it. And
Was
so
she? Do you think she felt as awkward as you did?
I know she did. And so we had a delicious meal at Jade East, and then we went to the movie theater and saw Bird on a Wire with Mel Gibson
and Goldie Hawn.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's kind of underrated. So I did finally work up the courage to put my arm around Linda.
Oh,
Wow.
But meanwhile, to our right, these two aren't even watching the movie. They're just, again, making out. And so it was just funky and weird. And it never went anywhere, needless to say.
I would agree. That would be very awkward.
So blind date, double date with a couple that was well down the road of their young familial love and us, me and Linda.
Man, you and Linda.
So that was
Awkward
that
together.
was perfectly awkward.
That was definitely awkward. Guys, I wish that I had a real awkward story. The most awkward thing I would say is I was always in the friend zone and with friend and the friend guy. So I would go on a date, and those dates would be, Lee's my friend. We'll have a good time and we'll talk and everything. And that's the only problem.
That's all you did was talk.
I mean, I never.
there's nothing wrong with being the safe date.
I would have one date, 2 dates, and that would be it. And then we would move on. Never.
So was there ever one who you really felt like you had a connection, a crush, whatever, and were hoping to bust through?
All of them. I mean, come on.
I'm not trying to get you to tell last names.
Everybody hopes love is right around the corner, right? I mean,
What was the first relationship where you got through the end zone? And don't say Carrie. I mean, by end zone, I mean you actually started dating. Like,
okay.
From the friend zone to the end zone.
I honestly,
I don't know.
I
Not the way I would have phrased that.
let's rephrase that. let's be very clear. But
You're holding hands. You maybe kissed when you dropped her off.
I may have had a kiss or two, but at the end of the day, really, the only person I've ever gone out with for any length of time is my wife.
Carrie was your first real love.
Yeah,
that's amazing. That's awesome. And I know
never
Wilson,
told anybody else that I love them. I know
Yep.
that's kind of weird, but
and now you tell me you love me all the time. Talk about
but
awkward.
it's different.
Well, when you put your date in the back seat, it's kind of hard to get a girlfriend at that point.
Yeah, you definitely were branded.
I was.
It's amazing that we ever got this far. That's a fact. That's a fact.
So let's back up then. So
Sure.
Have you coached your children? In particular, Jake, did you coach Jake on First Things? Did you coach Will and John?
I tried.
Did you do a better job than your dad? Don't put them in the back seat.
That's about the extent of it.
Don't do what your dad did. I will say one of the other, if I'm looking back and evaluating my own performance in date number one with Linda Cooper, I probably overdid the cologne. Remember that was the 80s.
Oh my gosh!
So I had
was it Polo?
Paco Rabanne, baby.
Paco Rabanne.
Dracar with Dracar back then.
And I'm sure
I never had that either.
a little goes a
not a
long
cologne
way.
guy.
A little goes a long way, but
I was a canoe guy.
Canoe? Can you canoe? Remember that was their ad.
Come over.
but I'm sure I bathed myself in this stuff, and the car was just pouring out.
Had to roll down the windows to get the.
So thankfully,
your dad gets in the car and goes, "What the hell?
Please roll."
Was it so thick?
What were y'all smoking last night?"
Well, that's probably why Wilson had to sit in the front seat, because she was like, "Please get that stink away from me."
I didn't wear cologne. Though.
I would tell you. Wilson Sr. would have said, do not come out of that bathroom smelling like that. No.
Well,
that's true.
So you started the question like, did we coach our children? I don't know that cologne was as big of a thing. I mean, with their generation, that was not part of the dating process.
Body spray. X.
That was good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah.
So we.
I mean, you saw what happened when you sprayed it in the commercials. The girls just came.
They flocked.
They flocked.
It turned you into a magnet.
Really.
That was false advertising. Somebody should have sued them for that.
It did not work. It says friend zone Lee over there.
That's exactly right. What was the Charlie
They would keep
Brown
you at arm's
character?
length.
Was it Pigpen or whatever? That had the smell. You could see the smell around him every time you looked in the cartoon.
He had a cloud.
He had a cloud around him.
So what was prep like for that first date? I mean, I know you had to spend some time on your hair.
No.
You didn't do anything with you didn't feather it back.
No.
You didn't use mousse or product.
No.
Really?
Just a towel.
just
a little shampoo and a towel.
And then get in the car with dad.
Just knock the.
You turn around and say, "How you doing back there?"
Studley.
You need anything?
You need more legroom?
I can move the seat up. God.
I'm glad I could not see her face. That's all I'm saying.
I'm glad we've advanced and evolved.
Question.
Yes.
Where's Linda Cooper today?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
You don't know her married name?
I don't.
Facebook friend?
No.
You seem
totally
to have a
lost
lot
touch.
of ex-girlfriends that are your Facebook friends.
Well, talk about the friend zone. I just keep it going.
I mean, yeah.
No, I don't know where Lynn. I will tell you another quick sidebar, though. My first job, we talked about first jobs and we earned money. Brenda and Linda both worked at the McDonald's on Pontchartrain Boulevard. There were 3 McDonald's in Slidell. Pontchartrain was the furthest one from my house. And so one day, Chris and I went to pick up Brenda.
Slab, is that right? Slab?
Yeah. And I'll get to that when we talk about high school sports career stories later.
Okay.
Why his nickname was Slab. But somehow, while we were there, it's just sitting in the McDonald's waiting to pick Brenda up, the manager comes out and says, "Hey, fellas, you want a job? We're hiring." And Chris immediately is like, "Yeah, give me an application." And I'm like, "Okay, I guess so." And so both of us applied, both of us were hired, and that's how I ended up working at McDonald's for a solid 6 months.
Wow.
With Chris and Brenda and Linda. We shared an occupation for $3.25 an hour, I think, was minimum wage. You'll have to check my Social Security records
close.
on that.
I mean, I think
that's probably pretty close.
It was in the 3 to 350 range.
Yeah,
for sure.
So I'm going to make an observation here. As always, Wilson, while criticizing the bamboo, has emptied his glass.
Well, he is a chug-a-lug.
He's a chugger. And meanwhile, Lee, he's a sipper. He's tried.
I'm nursing it. It's fine.
No, it's a good pre-dinner.
fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
But I do want to throw out a special thanks to Tom at 901 Wine and Spirits, who helped pick out the right sherry and the right vermouth so that we could enjoy this. So we do appreciate the advice and the suggestions.
I guess when I say it was a little awkward that first
date.
No, the bamboo.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I just wasn't ready for it, maybe.
But now you are. You want another one because Bill's got more.
I don't think I do, but it was, I don't know. I mean, it was a hell of a lot better than the pink slipper.
He has no words. Okay, so it's ahead of the pink slipper.
By a lot.
Is it ahead of the Bourbon Mary?
You know what? It might be.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah, it's
okay.
way ahead of the bourbon.
You're
Mary.
upset. You're upsetting
It's
the producer.
way
here.
I'm
ahead.
just trying to.
This is proper.
I'm just
like-
waiting for him to flip me off again.
This is way better than bourbon.
This is
Mary.
a proper
Actually,
drink.
this is better than the pink slipper.
It is definitely better than
It is
I
much
agree.
better than the pink slipper.
Which tasted like.
Foot.
I go with a sweet tart.
Yeah, that was a proper way.
But this is. This
I
is
would
good.
drink this again, but it's not going to be a go-to kind of thing. But I do agree it'd be a good palate cleanser before you jump in.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. The bamboo, folks.
And it's totally different. It is,
Yeah.
because I'm not just a sherry kind of guy, but
Hey, you know what? We're branching out. We're not just bourbon guys either.
hey, we're trying new flavors,
We're trying new flavors.
Sherry's in the friend zone.
and we are not going to go stale.
We're not going to go stale. We're not going to be afraid to try new flavors. Anything else? Hey, you know what? We got some YouTube action going on. That's new.
That is new.
Talk about it.
So if you want to try to go out and look at, I've been posting our shorts on YouTube. You can go out and subscribe. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. You find it at 3 Assorted Crackers all together. That's the number 3 Assorted Crackers.
Doesn't the @sign have to go in front of it too?
You don't have to
Not-
do
not
that.
on YouTube.
As long as it's
Okay.
one word.
Contiguous, yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
got it.
Number 3 Assorted Crackers.
So in addition to our conventional @3 Assorted Crackers on Instagram, where we also post reels and photos, we now have a YouTube channel that is really doing well. We just really got that off the ground a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, 10 days.
10 days.
Yeah. And I would say that as that goes, we are moving towards going full video. We're
Full
just trying to
video
figure it out.
podcast.
We're trying to do everything. It's taking us a little time, trying to get the camera arrangements right. Hope you like the way we've stepped up our game on Instagram with the reels, and
Find us, like us, rate us, share us, right?
please
All right. Lead
and subscribe.
and subscribe. And of course, if you like what we're talking about or you don't, if you've got ideas, you can email us. We take your feedback. A lot of these shows are inspired by your feedback. So email us at 3assortedcrackers@gmail.com. All right, Wilson, you already said it, but just go ahead and close this out. What do you think?
Always be willing to try new flavors. And
And
please just don't go stale.
whatever you do, don't go stale.
That's right.
Go stale.
What? Balloon bamboo.
What was that?
Or if you want to talk about the first time you made love, do you remember that story?
Make sure you call it "Made Love" too.
That's baby making music.
You can either call it "Made Love."
The live audience is
Jake's
not
really
wrong.
sad that it
You
came
can go with coitus. That's fine.
Can we talk about being moist?